Pasty guy. How we doing, mate?
Hello,
Late for a
how's it
change.
going?
Aye, not bad, mate, not bad. Kind of
Yeah,
woken up now. Don't know how,
watch.
like, painful 90 minutes, that wasn't it?
Oh, the 90 minutes we'll never get back. But then again,
Definitely.
that's been the story of our season, hasn't it?
Yeah, but another
But I
snatch and
guess
grab.
at least we got something out of it.
Well, that's it. At least we got a result. But yeah, not
Just a bit,
quickly on the old
although,
eye.
although I, yeah, well, I suppose you could argue. I think the only way we were going to get something is if the opposition would be just as passive as us.
Mm.
And to be fair, given Wolves' track record against the sides like us at home, and which has been shown by today, that's pretty much been the case, really.
Like you say, were you surprised at how negative Wolves were? I mean, Traore not starting, he caused the problems once he came
Yeah.
on.
Well, you see Wolves fan. Well, I follow a few Wolves fans on Twitter, and that as every week they're questioning Nuno and how he's setting teams up, and you could kind of see why, because we're not special to say the least. But and actually the first 10 minutes, you just thought it was going to be one of those days. That they actually they were quite aggressive. They're forward thinking. They saw how frail we were at the back, but then after a while they just, I guess in a way, they kind of reverted to type, and they were just putting sideways backward passing. It was crazy. And but I mean, we were shocking again. Me, we couldn't do the basics. We couldn't put in we couldn't even make 2-yard passes at one point. We were just giving away in stupid positions.
Mm.
And when the likes of St. Maximum, who I didn't think he had his best game today. I think Almiron Murphy, I think, did well, and Fraser did okay. But I think a lot of the time they were just wasteful with their final ball.
Mm.
And it's frustrating to see because they got themselves into good positions at times.
They did, I especially St. Maximum when he had the chance. It was 3-on-3, and he kind of shot come cross over the bar.
Yeah, what was that?
That was probably fine. Brucey brought him off quite early as well.
But for Joe Linton, it's funny because bring Joe Linton on. A minute later, Wolves score. Bring Big Andy on. A minute later, we score. Albeit both were very sloppy goals, man. I mean, Dar. I guess we can let Dar off the hook a bit because he has been having a lot to do in recent weeks, and obviously Murphy, I'm chuffed for the lad. Chuffed for him. He deserved it. He started. He's played well so far this season. But obviously, from a Wolves perspective, you'd be annoyed at the deflection going in off the wall. I think they should be blocking that, really. But good. All in all, okay. Guess an okay day at the office, but I think But Everton, I don't think are going to be as passive as Wolves today.
Oh no, Everton will be licking their lips at coming up against us, and especially looking out for a response after they get the first defeat of the season. They did against Southampton. I mean,
and they were pressed off the park by Southampton today.
I haven't seen the game, to be honest. I was surprised at the result though.
Yeah, but it's so it's so frustrating because the quality of this league isn't brilliant, to say the least. In fact, I'd say it's getting worse each season.
Well, look at Villa and Everton. All right up there, aren't they? Villa got thrashed the other night.
Yeah, and Fulham and West Brom look like they've been promoted by accident, to say the least. But Leeds under Bielsa, those players were regular mid-table championship players, and he's turned them into a probable safe Premier League outfit. I saw a video of one of their goals against Villa, and the transition they just from back to front was unreal, really. but you wouldn't expect that over here. Not a chance. You just lump it up to Wilson, who is 30, 40 yards away from everyone else.
I feel sorry for Wilson, don't you? I mean, he's suffering
Yeah.
from what Ron did last year. I mean, it's more so Wilson though, because Wilson looks like a really good player on the ball, off the ball, movement, first touch, shooting ability, and we know he scores goals, but he's just starved up there. He's getting nothing.
He's really good at getting behind defenses from the little joy he has had. But yeah, I think that was the problem. I don't think, obviously Joe Lint was never a striker and whatnot, and it was crazy. We paid 40 million for him, but ultimately he was never really the problem, was he? I think it was just the way we set up, or not, because today it just looked like he was thrown like 11. He just picked 11 names out of a hat and just threw them on the pitch.
It was, wasn't it? Proper shuffle.
Yeah, of course it was. But the thing is that it's crazy because we've had such rotten luck for many years, and all of a sudden our little spell of good luck's come when we've got Steve Bruce as manager.
We spend the most money on players, on good attacking players, when we've got Steve Bruce, and then we get the most luck when Steve Bruce is there. Like, look him away through the cups and all sorts, but Bruce is still there. It's still going to end in sadness.
Oh, it's going to end. You know what? I don't think. I mean, in terms of playing wise, I don't think I've seen Mcclaren play so badly.
Wow.
Seen us play so badly. Don't think I've seen us play so badly under Mcclaren, to be honest. Because at least every once in a while the football was half decent. we're just very inconsistent.
All right. Cheers, mate. Thanks for your time.
Yep. Cheers. Take care. Same time next week.
Maybe. I am on holiday, but maybe if Keg or someone accepted, I'm away, mate.
Okay. But I'll have a good one. Where are you going? Where are you going?
Dominican.
Where? Sorry.
Dominican Republic, Caribbean.
Okay. Oh, mint. Have fun.
All right, cheers, pal. I will. I'll probably try and come on a couple of videos. Just depends on the connection stuff over there, but hopefully Keg will fill in. So you may come on.
I'd rather be sunbathing than watching that show, to be fair.
100%, mate. 100%. All right.
Right. See you around.
See you later, pal.
See ya. Bye.